It is 6:55 Tuesday, the 4th of April, 2023. We're looking towards the Pink House on top of abandoned Montreal industrial building, which I think was Canada Maltage at one point, if I'm not mistaken. And we're looking for the rising pink moon. Strictly speaking, the full moon is tomorrow night, and I believe it's called the pink moon. I mean, it probably has a few other names, but pink moon is one of them. But I noticed that tonight, one night before the actual full moon, the moon is rising almost east. It's about 86 degrees, so 4 degrees north of east, and I'm hoping to get a alignment with the moon coming up, aligned with this building. Officially, it's supposed to rise at, I believe, 6:57 p.m., which is, 5:57 p.m., which is right about now. But that doesn't mean that we'll see it immediately. Could be a while yet. There's issues in terms of elevation and sea level and blah, blah, blah. There's also issues just in terms of how bright the sky is. The sun is still well above the horizon. There's about a handspan above the horizon behind me. So it may be difficult to see the moon even when it is above the horizon. And I'm not sure I've got my alignment right. My compass in my cell phone is totally useless. It is not consistent. It was showing me all kinds of different directions in the last hour or so. Nevertheless, I do believe I'm pointing the camera more or less east, perhaps a bit too north of east, if anything. So we'll just have to see. I'm going to keep my eyes open. I'll look for the moon coming up over the horizon. And yeah, if I'm too far off, I'll adjust the angle. I have another camera with a somewhat more powerful lens on it. It's actually a less powerful lens, but it has a 2x teleconverter attachment, so it makes it 50% powerful than what we're looking through right now, which is a 400mm f5.6 Nikkor AIS lens, EDIF. That's extra low dispersion glass, internal focus, set to f11, the ISO 64, which is the base ISO of this camera, and we're at 116th of a second. So we'll see what happens. I don't see with my unaided eyes the moon. It just occurred to me that I could put some glasses on. I rarely wear glasses, but I'm a little on the short-sighted side of things. So in the last little while, I threw a pair of glasses in my polar fleece pocket, which is not so easily accessible since I'm wearing a jacket, so I don't think I'll bother. I think what I will do is have a look through my 600mm equivalent lens to see what there is to see if I can see the moon coming up over the horizon somewhere. But like I said, it may be some minutes before it actually becomes visible in any case, even though the official moonrise time has already passed as far as I know. I'm pretty sure officially it was supposed to rise at 5:57. It's now 6 o'clock. So we're just going to have a look and see if we see it somewhere else. I can't see the moon anywhere yet. Again, it could be just because the sky is quite bright still. As I said, the sun is still a handspan above the horizon, but a little bit less than a handspan above the horizon behind me. You know, that's they aren't fully extended. So again, I think we'll just wait patiently, keep our eyes open. And as I said, you know, I could be off. I could be considerably off, but I think I'm pointing the camera in more or less the right direction. And as I said, the compass in my cell phone is just not even consistent, let alone properly calibrated. It gives me different readings, you know, almost every time I try to use it. So I simply cannot rely on it. In hindsight, I should probably go buy myself a little basic pocket compass. So again, I'm going to take another look through the 600mm equivalent lens, see if I see anything. But for now, I don't see much. Still nothing. We're 12 minutes into this recording now. Oh, I guess we're 8 minutes into the recording, or even a bit less, 7.5 minutes into the recording. I think I might even end it just on a fresh one, so we're getting closer to being able to see the moon. And then again, maybe not. Usually, still slightly sleep deprived. That seems to be a common thing with me these days. Yeah, with the unaided eye, I don't see the moon anywhere so far. I'm scanning a good chunk of the eastern horizon. Again, I'm not exactly sure where due east is. It might be to the right, could be to the left, but it's not clear. I have not been able to use a compass properly, and just using sort of basic guesswork, shall we say, in terms of what the directions. In any case, as I said, I do hope to get an alignment with the moon rising, close proximity to the pink house. But I'm also scouting in terms of tomorrow night, when the moon will be officially full. That being said, the weather doesn't look too promising tomorrow. Right now we have mostly clear skies, a few clouds here and there, but it's pretty much clear blue sky all around. There's a bit of cloud on the horizon and even some haze. So we're doing okay in terms of clear skies, as it were. idea what it'll be like tomorrow, but we're talking about freezing rain for other days. I'm not sure it'll be conducive to taking photos tomorrow evening when it's the actual full moon. Again, with my unaided eyes, I cannot see the moon anywhere. It's now quite a while after it's supposed to. Where is it? It's now 6:06. If I remember correctly, the official moonrise time was 5:57, so that was almost 10 minutes ago, and I don't see the moon anymore. So again, I'm going to look through my 600 millimeter equivalent lens, which is actually a 300 and a 2x teleconverter. I'll scan the horizon using that, see if I can see the moon, but I'm not seeing it with the unaided eye at all. So here we go. So I did a pretty good scan of the horizon and still don't see anything. I really don't understand that, because by all rights, according to all the information I got, the moon should be above the horizon now. I think I'll look at stellarium now that I think about it. I have stellarium on my phone. I've also got another astronomy program. Let's see what they're showing me. And yeah, according to stellarium, the moon is above the horizon, just right on the horizon, and almost due east, just slightly left of due east, maybe 2 degrees north and left of due east. So by all rights, it should be visible. So what I'm thinking is, it may be that although the sky looks clear from here, it might actually be thin haze in the distance, and the moons might simply be hidden, camouflaged in the thin haze. Again, the brightness levels are an issue, but by all rights, the moon should be slightly brighter than the sky, at least. But I don't see it anywhere. So, again, I'm not sure what that's all about. I'm sure it's there. I don't think the moon disintegrated or anything. But I'm just surprised that I don't see it anywhere. Again, I think I will do another scan. But yeah, it's probably about 10 after 6 now. It's time to look. 10 after 6, as I thought, and I don't see the moon. So now we're well over 10 minutes past the official moonrise time, and stellarium is telling me that it's above the horizon, almost due east, and I don't see it anywhere. I need to do another scan that even though the sky is clear all around, nevertheless, I think in the distance there, it may be sort of thin, hazy cloud. One of the mountains appears to have sort of like hazy cloud hanging over the top of it. So it's possible that even though it looks like it should be clear, it's just that much cloud making the moon invisible. So we're just going to wait. We're coming to the end of a 20-minute clip here. No sign of the moon. What's the crows flying? They're a little too high. Got 3 crows flying through here. Let's get the moon show it too. There he goes, right through the image. See? So we got 1 crow. So at least we got a crow out of the deal. But I'm quite surprised that at this point I don't see the moon. And I'm actually glad that I didn't go all the way to Montreal's Old Port. I had given some consideration to going to the Old Port because there's a couple of alignments that I can get with interesting landmarks due east. But I wanted to do the pink house thing. It's been a while since I've done the pink house thing. So I decided to come here instead. It's much closer to home. And I'm glad I didn't slog my way all the way to the Old Port for apparently nothing. And again, we're just going to wait. Looks like I'm going to have to start another 20-minute clip soon, though. It looks like this one's wrapping up in a little over a minute. Still no sign of rain anywhere. Yeah, so I'm thinking that there's actually more cloud to the east, but it's sort of thin, hazy cloud, so it's not obvious. And the moon is hidden behind thin, hazy cloud, because it should be well above the horizon now, and I don't see it anywhere. It is. The moon is getting closer and closer to being due east. As I'm looking at the stellarium, and the moon is maybe not even a degree away from due east, and well above the horizon now. But I don't see it, so it looks like we're gonna have to start a new clip.